May's dynamic with Queermere was enjoyable too. I was looking forward to hopefully getting a power of 3 scenario, but Disney and Lucasfilm.
Queermere. You couldn't have pulled that out when you first covered the show. Queermere.
I'm gonna save some stuff for the live streams. Star Wars had a rough year, dude. Had a rough fucking year. I guess this isn't the win Kathleen Kennedy's gonna go out on. Guess we're stuck with her for a little while. Holy shit. Remember, guys, they started the year. The year was hours old when Shabine obeyed Chinoy, Charlemagne obeyed Chimoy went out when the year was hours old and said, well, it's finally time a woman takes control of Star Wars. Is it plugged in still? Wait, oh, I hit the wrong button.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the Ray movie.
Oh.
Thanks for paying attention.
That's still coming.
No, I meant what was plugged in.
Bimboism. We've encountered a lot of it on Twitter in the last 24 hours.
Poor Amandla, huh?
Poor Amandla. Yeah, I guess that diss track didn't work. That's a shame.
Crazy. Because everyone saw that as like, that's IP launching kind of stuff, you know? It's so good, but I guess it backfired. It's crazy. The Acolyte is dead. Star Wars series won't return for season 2. Horrifying.
Aww.
Little image there of Amandla looking sad.
That's the only face she has.
Is that looking sad? I thought that was happy.
No, that's what I mean. She's doing emotions. All of them.
All of them, all at once. The Acolyte will not return for season 2. Lucasfilm has elected not to continue with the Star Wars D+ series following its first season, which depicted the rise of the Sith through roughly 100 years before the events of Star Wars The Phantom Menace.
Depicted the rise of the Sith. That's what we were looking at? Is that what that was? All right.
Really? I thought it was the rise of lesbian space witches and fires in space and inappropriate interpersonal Jedi relations and thirst traps. I think it was the rise of thirst traps in Star Wars, although that's been around for a while. But actually injecting fan fiction into your fan fiction just makes it fan fiction squared, makes it more shit with the whole Manny Jacinto disrobing slowly. They even mention this, dude, in the article. It's so funny. Slowly. And it inspired a lot of thirst posts. The news comes at once as a shock, given now much of season 1 finale ended on a cliffhanger and teased several plot lines for season 2, and not much of a surprise given the widely opposed reception from fans and the less than robust viewership that appeared to drop off like a freaking rock after the series premiere in June, which we've gotten confirmation of, and they mentioned that it's the finale was the lowest rated finale in D+ history for Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, sorry.
Like intuitive somewhat, right? It's like, why would anyone continue watching that fucking show? And if you did, what does the average person take away from that show by the end? It's like, what the hell happened?
That you can become good by simply from evil by simply just changing your mind, and then go back by simply just changing your mind. And the message was, ultimately, it's empowering for women to be evil as long as it's their own choice. Creator Leslie Headland, former personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein, an avowed Star Wars superfan. Of course, she loves all the Star Wars.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Set out to create the first Star Wars story set outside the core timeline in the franchise that stretches from The Phantom Menace to The Rise of Skywalker. The show followed twins Osha and May, both played by Amandla Stenberg exactly the same way, who were separated as children and led to believe that the other had been killed. Some critics and fans loved how the show challenged the traditional perception of the Jedi as infallible and wholly virtuous, as embodied by the emotionally self-serving choices made by Jedi Master Soul, who is responsible for removing Osha and removing her agency from her family and causing her separation from her sister. I mean, never mind the fire that broke out in the stone structure.
No, she said sorry for the fire, so she's clear.
Oh, she's clear. Okay. I didn't know she said she was sorry.
Even though it's like the cause of everything in a way, but it's fine.
Despite these objections, the Acolyte also captured a great deal of positive reactions. Did it?
Okay.
You
say so.
A great deal. All right. Especially surrounding the reveal of Manny Jacinto. Or Jacinto. Oh, by the way, they canceled the show on his birthday.
Oh,
it's the best thing that ever happened to his career. Trust me. Okay. This is a birthday present that Disney has gifted you, Manny. Now go and do other great things. Stay the hell away from this. First introduced as May's hapless sidekick, Chimere, was really the masked Sith warrior commanding May to assassinate the Jedi responsible for separating her from Osha. Wow. A scene in which Jacinto disrobes along a rocky coastline as a tactic to seduce Osha to the dark side garnered a great deal of attention, spawning legions of thirst posts across social media.
Star Wars, everybody.
Star Wars is about thirst posts now.
Remember the grand story about good and evil, a small pack of rebels versus the giant galactic empire, a story of a fall from grace and redemption, and now it's thirst traps. That was varieties. Like Deadline was way more like, hey, the show got canceled, probably should have. So credit to them. Congrats, bigots, you won. How does it feel?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty fucking good. When you're at the point where just being called bigot is such a badge of honor from these fucking idiots, it's like, thank you. Thank you.
I'm just surprised it was only that. They usually do the bigot, racist, homophobe, all of the huge list. And it's just like, they only had the one? Okay.
They were probably too upset to finish their sentence. That would be my guess. Can't stop thinking about the big picture. If you're an actress of color, you should stay away from Star Wars. If you're a fan of color, I hate this timeline.
If you're a fan of color?
I like color. Do you like color, MauLer?
Yeah,
color's neat.
Pretty neat.
But you know what? You're not thinking about the colorblind people, you bigot.
Okay, my bad.
No, I was talking to Phantom. You're cool. You should stay away from Star Wars. If you enjoy women/POC stories, you should stay away from Star Wars.
Why do we? So then they're saying that abysmal story that we saw, that is a woman POC story now.
Yes.
As opposed to just a shit story that we can disregard and hope to do better next time. But no, now it's like, no, that was a POC. There was nothing interesting about it. Why would you even want to claim it? Like, nobody would. And besides, there's plenty of other races involved in this story. Whatever. It's so divisive, man.
It is so divisive, and it's ejected from the access media and the corporations. This franchise will not protect or listen to you. That line right there is why they don't cancel things like Doctor Who right now. And they don't cancel things like Star Trek Discovery because they're afraid of that. The saying goes, you can vote your way into socialism, but you can't vote your way out. Same thing with DEI. Once they're in there, they are infested. And now you're afraid of not just a very small portion of the audience, by the way, your own people, a very large portion of your own employees.
When they canceled Firefly, it's because it was all this, but for white people, I guess.
Yes.
They hated white stories, and they wouldn't let white people have their sci-fi. That's terrible. Obviously, I'm just fucking memeing because I think that it always comes down to money, pretty much.
Yes, it came down to budget and possibly dealing with Jaws. All right, so this one says, of course they don't. The racist, bigoted, and toxic, but this isn't about me, so it's garbage. Star Wars dude bros have won again. Star Wars dude bros. Oh, God.
All I did was like a movie from 1977. That was my mistake.
From 1977. Yeah, I'm such a dude bro. I got picked on for wearing my Star Wars shirt with pride. I'm such a dude, bro. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking poser. Yep, seeing what happened to him in Top Gun hurt but Filipinos are used to doing the work and being invisible and ignored. The Acolyte gave me hope things could be better. Fuck Disney and Lucasfilm.
Man, they make the show. It does awful. So they cancel it. And then they get like, you have failed us. It's like, I'm not going to bat for Disney here, but I'd be like, I mean, why did they have to burn their money making this show? It's so bad.
I mean, they put $180 million into a show run by a gay woman starring a non-binary female non-binary female of color and half Filipino bad guy. So that's an investment. That's a pretty good investment to your cause. You didn't watch it. I promise you, the vast majority of the tweets we're seeing are by people who didn't watch it all the way through, watch some clips, and they're just here to back it. Just want to be part of what they think is popular. I don't even know. Or owning the chuds. Let's own those chuds. I didn't think I'd like the Acolyte, and I ended up loving it. I'm incredibly sad at the cancellation of this wonderful show, and it's made me even more angry at these cancerous fucks that brought misery onto a lot with their grifting. Lucasfilm, Disney, shame on you!
Hey, they're ruining our fun now. We're having happy thoughts, positive thoughts, and you guys being negative.
Yeah, quit raining on our parade. Okay.
Yeah. We're trying to enjoy this. And you guys being all like, critical.
Let us enjoy this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. So I'll just not watch any of your shit anymore since you never finish your fucking stories. You just cave to fake troll bullshit. Fuck you and fuck your management of this brand.
Okay, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, you guys should have fucking watched the show if you wanted it to continue. Sorry. But why would Disney carry on? It's fucked. We're not going to find out about the goblin in the cave. I'm sorry. We're not going to see Yoda being stupid. I'm sorry.
This is going to be my last tweet for now. I love it when they announce it because I'm going to study. But fuck you, Disney, Star Wars incels and dude bros, Lucasfilm, and all the people who wanted the Acolyte to get canceled. Thank you.
Seriously, though, like, we get called toxic constantly. Look at these tweets, man.
Fuck Lucasfilm, fuck Disney, fuck everyone that decided that canceling the Acolyte was a good idea. I hope you all fall and get a hip injury.
Okay.
It's very specific.
Like, sit down, calm, have some milk.
Have some warm milk. Have some warm soy milk.
Fuck Grogu.
Fuck Disney. Fuck Lucasfilm. Fuck Dave Filoni. I'm on board with this one for so far, by the way.
Yeah,
fuck Jon Favreau. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck Star Wars Theory. Except for that. Fuck incels. Fuck Grogu. Fuck all of you.
Damn, there's some people
That
who's
gets
like,
perfect.
oh god, at Dial of Destiny too. Oh no. Imagine being a diehard fan of Dial of Destiny and the Acolyte.
Oh.
Damn.
You've led a hard
You
life.
poor soul.
Yeah.
You poor soul.
The world has disappointed you.
One after the other
Holy shit, that was great. So yeah, the news hits last night, and the people. Why anybody would support this? Why anybody would even waste their time being mad about this show? I have no idea. There was no story. So I'm trying to work it out in my head, MauLer, why anybody would like this. So they like the idea of it. That would be my guess.
Yeah, they often come up with a better story in their own head for what actually happened.
Yes.
The fact that article we covered that said this is the origin of the Sith, this is how they started to rise. I'm sitting there like, no, it's not. It's just some guy, and he kills a bunch of Jedi. That's really all. Like, there's no story there.
No, and I think that's really applicable for I mean, the vast majority of Disney Star Wars. They've eked out a couple of things that people liked quite a bit that can be backed up with some story elements, mostly Andor, probably. But for most of it is just repurposed garbage, and they don't. It's directionless. And the best thing to do with this franchise is vault it. That's the only, like people, you know, and I understand this, like take it 1,000 years forward, move out of the Skywalker saga. Here's the problem. Star Wars is the Skywalker saga. That's what Disney paid for. And they had plenty of opportunity to expand that lore properly and didn't, and did it in the laziest way possible. Not going out and finding the best talent and trying to work with them. They, like, a lot of people wouldn't work with them because of the way Lucasfilm does things.
Yeah, Marvel have that problem as well.
Yes, absolutely. So instead, they started casting writers and directors and tried to take a Marvel approach and lost badly. So now the damage is it's immeasurable. So you vault it. You vault it for minimum 5 years. I would say a decade. And hopefully you can get something out of it. Because if you take it 1,000 years in the future, essentially you're starting a brand new franchise. You have a little bit of foundation, but you might as well do something original at that point, which Disney will never do. They're going to remake the original trilogy. I promise you that's going to happen someday.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.